Welcome to Baz Travels. After driving 14,826 kilometers through 24 states and Washington, D.C., I've seen rocket launches to the Grand Canyon and Hoover Dam. I've explored Route 66, ghost towns, deserts, snow, and beaches on both coasts. From Vegas casinos to Alcatraz, the White House to Hollywood. Join me for a journey of the ordinary and the extraordinary.
Loading destination. Simulation starting in 3, 2, 1. To look around, move your phone or tablet. Click and drag if on a computer or move your head if using a VR headset. Please like and subscribe.
This part of St. Joseph carries a quiet confidence that is impossible to ignore. The houses here were built to reflect success, and they continue to project that strength today. Wide streets and mature trees create a sense of space that feels intentional rather than accidental. The atmosphere is calm, yet there is undeniable presence in the architecture that surrounds it. During the late 19th and early 20th century, St. Joseph was a city of momentum. Railroads, livestock markets, and river commerce generated real wealth. Business owners, investors, and professionals chose to establish their homes in districts like this, where architecture could mirror achievement. These residences were designed to last, and they were meant to communicate stability as clearly as prosperity. The variety of styles reveal how closely the city followed national trends. Tudor Revival homes stand with steep gables and decorative timber framing that nod to European influence. Colonial Revival houses present balanced facades and strong symmetry that signal order and discipline. Mediterranean details appear in red-tiled roofs and arched doorways that soften the overall streetscape. Each structure feels distinct, yet the neighborhood maintains a consistent scale that keeps the setting harmonious. Scale is one of the defining features here. These houses are substantial without feeling oversized. Brick and stone exteriors give texture and depth. Rooflines rise with intention rather than exaggeration. Porches create space for social interaction while reinforcing the idea of community presence. Even small architectural details feel purposeful, suggesting that design decisions were made with care. The gardens surrounding these homes add another dimension to the experience. Lawns are shaped and maintained with attention. Trees frame the facades without overwhelming them. Flower beds introduce color in controlled patterns rather than scattered bursts. Hedges define property lines while preserving openness. Landscaping here supports the architecture rather than competing with it. There is also a sense of planning in how the homes relate to the street. Setbacks provide breathing room and allow houses to be fully appreciated. Side yards maintain visual separation without isolating each residence. The result is a neighborhood that feels composed and balanced. That balance creates an energy that is steady rather than dramatic. Craftsmanship played a major role in shaping this district. Materials were selected for durability and appearance. Masonry work, window placement, and trim details reveal skilled labor and thoughtful design. These homes were investments in identity as much as shelter. They were meant to express arrival, permanence, and pride. Today, this neighborhood remains one of the most refined residential areas in St. Joseph. It reflects a chapter when economic strength translated directly into built form. The beauty here lies in proportion and restraint rather than excess. These streets demonstrate how architecture, landscaping, and planning can combine to create an environment that still feels dignified generations later.
Simulation terminated. Please comment, like and subscribe.